Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and here's another installment of the progress and project here with the 1953 Jaguar XK120. Now, a quick reminder, this car had been parked in the 1970s in a Southern California garage. We just pulled it out of there, brought it back to the lab, and are going to go through all of the parts, do some cleanup, and see what we've got, and see what we can do with this fine machine. So to start with, I really want to clean the thing up. Before I roll it into the garage, I want to make sure that all the years of muck and ugly stuff is off of it, and it looks like a fair bit of it will come off. Really dark, gnarly stuff along some of the upper surfaces. Apparently there was some animal life that was living within it and crawled all over it. A lot of fallout and junk in the garage. But with some 4/0 steel wool and a little bit of water, we're cutting through that real quick. Now, the paint that's on this it is an old paint job. It's not in the best of shape. I don't think this is something that we can necessarily polish back to show condition. There's some areas where it's really stained severely, and that's not going to come back. But we can at least clean the thing up and make it look a lot better than it does. Like, here's a really prime spot where I don't know what was on that, whether it was an area that was touched over and over and over again by the owner coming in and out of the garage, or whether there was a rodent that was living on top of it or what. But all this darkness, all this muck actually comes right off of there. And what's kind of cool as I'm cleaning this up, even though I'm realizing that the paint is not an amazing paint job, it has a really wonderful patina to it. There's still some darkness, some interesting staining to it that gives it a really neat historic look. And I think that's something that I might preserve, at least for the moment, while we try to assemble the car. Just clean it up, make it look the best that it can, but not focus on any major restoration or major polishing. Again, some cars like this have a really neat soul to them once you've cleaned them up. That patina tells a story, and that story is often quite attractive to people when they see it, if not more so than if the car was fully restored. The car did come with some new parts. There's some freshly chromed stuff that had been wrapped up. The hubcaps for the front here, popped those on. Those look great. Got inside, cleaned all the stuff out, and started going after the floors, and was really blown away with the condition of the floors in this car. I mean, I've crawled all over this. I've not been underneath it yet, but on all the flat surfaces, all the deep corners of the body so far, it looks absolutely rock solid, which is an amazing find when it comes to a British sports car like this. These cars were known to rust when they were on the boat coming over from England. To see one in this sort of shape after so many years is an amazing find. So a bit of shrapnel and junk in the trunk. A lot of the small parts were stashed back here. Got down into here, vacuumed this stuff out, and then gave it a scrub. And again, really blown away with the overall condition here. The trunk area is a notorious spot for these things to rust out, especially in the deepest corner of it where the spare tire sits. Down in the spare tire well, they tend to collect dirt, muck, water, so on and so forth. And this one is rock solid. Just fantastic to see that, and fun to see it clean up. Now, it looks like this car has been painted. In fact, it may have been painted before it was parked, and that might explain why it was all taken apart. However, the years of storage, wherever it was, have not necessarily done that paint very well. The interior, again, it was stored indoors, so everything is still intact here as far as the seats. A little scruffy and grungy, but a little wet with bleach white and a scrub brush. We'll see if this upholstery material can kind of come to life. And again, I may go over this further to get it a little bit closer, get it a little nicer, but for now, I just want to get any sort of gnarly muck off of it. So as I'm climbing in and out, I'm not ending up with rat shrapnel and stuff on my backside. And really interesting, the color here is kind of a kind of a salmon with a red piping. I don't believe that that is original. It may have been a custom touch. I get a feeling that this car was actually a mild custom back in the 60s. The dashboard that was originally a wood grain dashboard was wrapped with a white vinyl material. The interior, the headliner, was also done in white with red piping. Those kind of salmon-colored seats and that sort of thing. I mean, this was a pretty cool little custom at one point. Giving this dashboard a good scrub just to see what's underneath there, and man, check that out. Phenomenal difference, just getting that dirt and muck off of there. And now after going over the whole thing, again, nice little mild patina to it. You see the age, you see the fun of it. It tells that story, but it's not disgusting and dirty. 140 miles an hour in this thing. What do you think? Will it do it? In any case, popped a few more parts on it. Got the taillights in there. Got the fender skirts on there. Obviously, those don't match. We're going to have to do something with that. Gave the whole car a quick scrub. Got the dashboard kind of popped back in place. Haven't done wiring or anything, but set it in there. The seats, cleaning those up, the floors and that sort of thing, all looking quite good. Reassembled the doors with the window regulator, got the glass and glass frame back in there, got the little cowl vents, the crotch coolers back on there, the hubcaps on the wheels, the parking lights in place, got one of the headlights in there, the grille installed, the emblem, the little fender spears, found those. There's some other parts to install and still boxes of stuff to go after. Going through all these pieces, cleaning, touching, identifying, and bolting it on if I can. Digging this thing up, and hopefully we can drive it. In any case, fun project so far with the Jag. I'm loving the overall condition of this body. It is phenomenal. It's so rock solid, even in those deep spots. We've got the bumpers for it. We've got the trim for around the rear window. The air cleaners are there. There's a latch for the trunk. All of this stuff is really there. We are missing a couple of pieces. Missing the passenger side window regulator, missing the windshield glass, but that is available, so we can get that. I ordered that. I ordered some tires for it. We'll get those things on there, get this car up and rolling while we wait for parts for the mighty Mercedes. In any case, thanks for watching, everybody. Keep on digging them up and driving them. Bye-bye.